I've never had to make a video like this before. Never. But there are things happening in our country these days that are just terrible. Not very long ago, an innocent man was killed by an officer who put his knee on his neck for over 9 minutes. That officer is nothing more than a fucking murderer who deserves to burn. But in these times where we are very heated on both sides, violence has broken out in what used to be a normal city. Violence has broken out of anger, which is understood. You all have every right to be angry. We all have the right to be angry with this officer for what he did, because what he did is immoral, unforgivable, and was absolutely out of line and derelict of his duty, who thought of nothing more than himself getting a paycheck. But we cannot allow our anger towards this one man to fuel our judgments. We cannot allow a city to burn. I've seen the videos. The city is on fire. People are getting hurt. Innocent people are getting hurt. The police are shooting people whenever they can find, because they can't tell who's being peaceful and who's not. There's too much confusion going on, and people who are there to protest peacefully are being shot because they're being mistaken for rioters, because there's so many rioters. An auto zone was completely engulfed in flames. A 5-story building was completely engulfed in flames. It's being said that a housing development place was set on fire. Something that's good for the community was set on fire. Local restaurants and small businesses, family-owned businesses, were set on fire. People are going to lose their homes, their businesses, all their money, all because one officer made a terrible action call. One officer decided to kill an innocent man who was not resisting. You cannot allow this to fuel your judgments. You will get your justice. This man will be punished for what he did. But you cannot take it out on an innocent city, on an innocent populace. Take it out on the police. Take it out with the government. Not these stores who have done nothing to you. Not these people who have done nothing to you. I'm on your side, but we cannot allow ourselves to become animalistic. We cannot stoop to the levels of an animalistic officer who abused his authority. We cannot do this. We are human beings. We are not animals. And we are all equal. Black lives matter, white lives matter, gay lives matter. Everyone's lives matter equally. I'm a supporter of everyone's rights equally and their lives. Now, I'm sure I'll get some hate for this because I'm not taking a complete stance with the violence. It's because I'm not a violent person. I'm a peacemaker in my family. It's in my nature to go into a situation, no matter what it is, peacefully and calmly. And I never get this worked up over anything. Never this upset over anything. But this is not what we're supposed to be doing. We are not setting a good example for our country. We are not setting a good example for our family, our friends, nobody. This cannot be allowed to continue. Again, we can all be angry with this officer. We can all demand that he be punished, and he will be punished. I know that for a fact. But it's not going to help our case to go out there and act violent towards people who did nothing wrong. That was the neighbor. We cannot allow this to happen. It needs to stop. We're making ourselves look bad by acting out like this. These are not bad people who are doing this. These are people who are angry and tired and fed up. But anger is clouding their judgment. They're not acting the way that they would normally act, because it's their right to be angry. But as I learned myself growing up, that anger cannot solve everything. Anger is not the problem solver. We cannot allow anger to control us, because when we do, we act out. And when we act out, bad things can happen. I beg of you, You will get your justice, but you please stop. The city itself has done nothing wrong. You cannot punish these businesses who did nothing wrong. You cannot punish these people who did nothing wrong. These houses that did nothing wrong. You cannot punish people who did nothing to you. It's not right. It's not fair. It is not equality. Please, I leave you with that. This has to stop before too many people get hurt. Before we lose all of our values as human beings.